Eurosport presents you with the Grundig Mountain Bike World Cup from Grosbeek in the Netherlands. Here on Eurosport.
One 12, 210, 25, 12, 139, 337, 11.
Welcome to Bassano del Grappa for the first round of the Mountain Bike World Cup, sponsored by Grundig and approved by the FIAC, the governing body of amateur cycling. The first time that mountain biking has received this sort of official acknowledgement as a sport. And this first round in the Italian Mediterranean, 50 kilometers or so from Venice, has attracted a truly world-class field. The best Americans are here, the Europeans are here, and some slightly mysterious Czechoslovakians are here, men who are better known as cyclocross experts, converting across to the very different discipline. That's Ned Overend, by the way, the reigning world champion you saw there. He is a Californian, and indeed the Americans are extremely well represented, as you would expect in this most modern of sports.
271, 270.
An Italian vest at the front there. The course you're going to see them ride is just over 14 kilometers long, and the men will ride 3 laps, the women 2 laps. And this is really, what you're watching here is in fact a false start. They are going out over an old medieval bridge in single file shortly, and basically going to parade through the streets of the Bassano del Grappa village, well, medieval town, I should say, itself, before reforming for what will effectively be an unofficial, well, official second start. You'll see that in a minute. This is a parade you're watching, really, at the moment. Very frustrating, no doubt, for the riders, though. There's the medieval wooden bridge. Picturesque, isn't it? And that is the slightly, how shall I put this? Slightly messy second start. And this time, they're off and running. The men at the front there on 3 laps of a 14-kilometer course. It's going to be fairly typical, and these are the women now.
To save my energy.
Getting ready for their 2 laps of the same course. Looking up for 6:01 and 6:02. Julie Furtado and Sarah Ballantyne of the USA. They are the dominant force in the women's branch of mountain bike racing. You'll be used to seeing mountain bikes, of course, in the city centres, being used by couriers or out in the country, used as recreational vehicles. But what you're seeing here is the most highly developed machinery in the sport, as the women suffer the same indignities in the cramped old town streets as the men did. Very highly developed machinery. Unlike cyclocross, which you may be more used to seeing, usually run in parks, this is proper cross-country racing. You're going to see steep hills in this Grundig World Cup, you're going to see frightening descents, and you're going to see precision single-file tracking, as the riders refer to it. There's the second start. And unlike in cyclocross, you are not allowed to change your bike. What you set off on, you must finish on. The town centre has been closed off to allow this first round of the Grundig Mountain Bike World Cup to take place. racing yet, just getting themselves sorted out. Technically, the riders tell us that this circuit is not very demanding, but there are some good climbs to be seen. And here we are with the men. This is the leading group on the first lap. Number 15 is showing there, Andrej Gleicher of Czechoslovakia, an ex-cyclocross star. Caught a glimpse of number 6, John Tomac of the USA. Number 12, I thought I saw there, Michael Kloser of the USA, another big name. There he is. This is more like mountain bike racing. They're starting to get out, not on the rough stuff. That's Gleicher, showing well. And this is the pack. Enthusiastic support, as you would guess, from the locals. The Italian public, of course, is very keen on its cycle racing, though it might not necessarily have seen so much of this sort of thing before. Although, judging by the number of serious, very serious amateurs and professional cyclists who converted over from either cyclocross or road stage racing, the mountain bike sport is going to become bigger and bigger. And of course, it is a very fashionable sport at the moment. Mountain bikes very popular as we join the leaders. Number 6, John Tomac, showing ahead of Andrej Gleicher, the Czech. And 112, you saw in third place, Peter Frick, another Czechoslovakian. This is more like mountain bike stuff. Ned Overend there leading that group. Men's world champion as opposed to Grundig World Cup holder. The men's Grundig Cup holder is Michael Kluger of Germany. And at the front now, number 3, Tim Gould of the Peugeot Cycles team, an Englishman from Sheffield in Yorkshire, and a notable climber indeed. Gleicher there, pursued by Frick, an all-Czechoslovakian and an all-cyclocross star duel there. And this is the sort of precision single tracking, as the riders refer to it. And a fair degree of climbing in there as well, as you can see. You will see the riders dismount a lot less than happens in cyclocross. Getting out of the saddle, either on climbs or the fearsome descents, is not done in mountain bike racing. Just the occasional bit of footing, though. We're going to leave them climbing the Mediterranean slopes of Bassano del Grappa and come back in a moment here on Eurosport.
Eurosport presents you with the Grundig Fiat Mountain Bike World Cup from Grosbeek in the Netherlands.
You are about to listen to the ultimate sound experience. Please be ready to order by...
Welcome back to the opening round of the Grundig FIAC Mountain Bike World Cup. We're with the leading women now, and number 658 at the front there is Caroline Alexander of Great Britain, a British girl on a British bike. She rides rally, and this is in fact quite a surprise. She is unknown effectively to the other top competitors. This is her first time in the top 10. The question is, will she be able to keep up with the big guns, Julie Furtado, Sarah Ballantyne and Regina Stiefel of Germany? And at the moment, she is leading Julie Furtado 6:01, Regina Stiefel 6:10 and Sarah Ballantyne 6:02. But here's Furtado now, the splendidly named Yeti team. .610 is Stifle, 6:02 Ballantyne. Ballantyne, the Grundig World Cup holder in the women's event. The pursuers. Julie Furtado now has, I can confirm, taken the lead.
E ancora il numero 7, abbiamo il 206.
The finish line for the first time. That is the pack going through in the men's events.
Allora un applauso per questi
mixed going, to put it mildly, as you can see. That's Francesco Mosier.
È uno sport da mountain bike ed ecco il numero 1 passato.
11 going through there was Mike Kluger, the reigning Grundig Cup holder of West Germany. Sorry, I beg your pardon, of Germany. John Tomac, number 6. Leads Tim Gould. I beg your pardon, Tim Gould back to 3rd now, but not that it really makes much odds. Number 104, Rishi Grenoble of the USA, of the GT Bicycles off-road team, showing with the leaders for the first time there. The pack hammering up. There's Ned Overend again. The men behind him will be pleased to have the world champion sight as Gould leads over the single tracking from Tomac. Grenoble, and I think one of the Czechs, I think it's Gleischer. Ned Overend a little bit off the pace, but he is a notoriously slow starter. I don't mean in a race, I mean over a season. He's a man who takes a while to find his form. Kluger. Looking at that, you'll be unsurprised to hear that a lot of mountain bikes are now fitted with front suspension. Not necessarily in this class of competition yet, though. Easier work than riding this course. The women competing their first lap. Julie Furtado out front and leading. She wears 6:01 because she is world champion. 6:10, Regina Stifle of Germany through next. Sarah Ballantyne in her wheel tracks. Susan de Matty, number 4, 6:04 of France. A notable climber leading the chasing group. As with the leader of the women's race, again, Julie Furtado. And she's about to embarrass some of the tail-enders in the men's event. Stifle and Ballantyne. Stifle on the left, Ballantyne on the right. This the battle for second place in the women's event.
Super.
6:07, Cindy Whitehead of the USA. With Susan de Matty, the French champion. Back with Tim Gould, exercising his legs. He is a climber, a real climber, this man.